Okay, so I just got off this ride over here at EPCOT called Living with the Land, and it's all about how, plants are grown and agricultural crops are happening, and it really made me think of some things that are really important for AP Euro. So first of all, agriculture, you got to kind of remember, is the traditional source of income for almost all European people until like the 1800s, right? Pretty much until the Industrial Revolution. But the problem is that sometimes agriculture doesn't always go the way we think it should. So there were a lot of innovations in agriculture in Europe, particularly around the 17th century. So first of all, in the Netherlands, we've got where the Netherlands are basically turning their swampland, which is pretty much all they have up there, into farmland by digging ditches and irrigation and that sort of thing. Then of course in Britain, we've got crop rotation kind of going on, where they divide the field up into 4 different systems and they rotate crops. It's particularly when they do things like clover to add some nutrients to the soil. They leave one field what's called fallow for a year or so to allow the nutrients to come back. They only plant one crop in each section of the field, and that really increases the agricultural production of that particular area. We have Charles Townshend. He was the one who kind of set all that off. He was also the one that really pushed for the Enclosure Acts in Great Britain, which of course led to some of that common land being closed off and really making it harder for the poor to be able to grow food or graze their animals, in which case a lot of them turned to the factories and to industries for jobs as well. So that's a really big deal. It's also important to think about how crops really kind of influence people in terms of the kinds of crops that they were eating, right? So with the Columbian exchange that had happened in the 1500s, we're seeing new crops being introduced to Europe. So things like the potato being the main source for food in Ireland, seeing, like tomato and other fruits and vegetables being introduced to Europe, which is also causing an increase in agricultural production. So that's a really big deal with that Columbian exchange, leading to changes in food sources for people, changes the way people eat in Europe. So that's pretty important. So just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on agriculture in light of what I've just been on. And right now, I got a fast pass over at Spaceship Earth, so I'll see you guys on the flip side.